Hey guys, welcome to my Secret Volcano Lair, to quote Austin Powers. Actually, that's not Austin Powers, that's Dr. Evil, but that is Austin Powers talking about Dr. Evil in his Secret Volcano Lair. But I have now made myself confused and talked too much about a movie that's really irrelevant to what we're talking about, except this is relaxation week, and one great way to relax is by watching hilarious movies like all three Austin Powers movies. I recommend you watch those again because they are brilliant, and you don't have to worry and stress so much about the plot because they're actually very simple. But this is relaxation week, so I'm going to teach you the most valuable relaxation tool that I know, and it is entirely free. You can do it anytime. It takes very, very little time out of your day, and it is extraordinarily powerful. The trouble is just getting people to do it. So it's like in Shrek, where, what is it? I'm rehearsing in my mind. Didn't think I was going to talk about Shrek, but where, oh yeah, Shrek says, they say the donkey can talk, and Shrek goes, yes, he can talk. It's getting him to shut up. That's the trick. So that's like me. It's getting me to shut up. That's the trick. But I digress, because we're here to talk about the most powerful technique you can use today during relaxation week and any day. And I hope for the rest of your life, it's getting you to do it. That's the trick. And the simple technique is breathing. The way you breathe is incredibly powerful and influences your mood and your stress level extraordinarily. Think about it for a moment. Let's talk about the physiology of breathing. If a T-Rex crashed through that wall right now and intended on eating Christine and me, Christine's filming right now, intended on eating us, our nervous system is going to change instantaneously to be able to, it's what we call fight or flight, as you may know, the sympathetic nervous system. We're either going to stand and fight, or more likely, Christine's going to get up and fight the thing while I run away. But anyway, so we're going to prepare to fight it or run away from it. So our first response when something like that happens is a quick breath followed by we're going to speed up our breathing rate, because that's going to increase our adrenaline. It's going to increase our cortisol, which helps mobilize blood sugars, all the things that are geared toward fighting or running away. An incredibly important creation by God to help us survive. It's also, by the way, going to help us if I do get a cut or a bite or something. It's going to help my blood clot faster. All these things that are absolutely essential for survival in an emergency. When is that a problem? Well, it's a problem when we act like there's a T-Rex there, but there's no T-Rex there. So remember that the first physiologic adaptation to any fear, it can be a perceived fear, or think about something totally different. You're driving along in your car and you might be going over the speed limit, but maybe you're not paying much attention, and all of a sudden in your rear view mirror you see, you see and you hear a siren, and it's a cop, and they're right behind you. You immediately, and your breathing rate starts to increase, and you're stressed out. You're in fear because you think you're going to get a ticket, and you probably deserve it. Let's face it, you were going like 80. I was in the back seat. But in any case, you bring fear, and your breathing is going to change very rapidly. Or what about just you feel overwhelmed? You have too many tasks. You have more to do in a day than you feel like. Your kids need this, or your parents need this, or your teammates need this, or whatever. You're stressed out. We're often so stressed out that modern demands, or TikTok, you got to watch 60 TikToks before you can, I don't know, go swim or do whatever you're going to do. But think about it. We put too much pressure on ourselves. There's too much in a day. So how can we're not going to be able to necessarily change our day. Like it's been said that you can't necessarily change the direction of the wind, but you can change the direction of your sails. So you really should change the direction of your own internal sails in your nervous system to respond to these same stresses. One person has the same levels of stress and tasks and everything, and is massively stressed out and on their last nerve, and the other person gets twice as much done maybe, but they're relaxed. So the most powerful way that I know, and I've over the last 27 years of coaching, actually more like 31 years of coaching people on health of some sort, breathing is incredibly powerful. So on one hand, if we're totally stressed out, we have to live, we have to fight or run away from this thing, quick breathing. So that's an adaptive response, a life-saving response. But on the other hand, we can actually do the exact opposite. So when we feel that stress and we're breathing steadily, quickly, even though there's no immediate threat, it feels like a threat that we have more to do than we think we can do. We can change our physiology by implementing a breathing technique. I said a lot about that, but it's hard to get people to actually implement this until they kind of understand why. So we're going to do a very, very simple breathing technique. Now, normal, healthy, day-to-day breathing when there isn't a T-Rex about to eat us is very, very slow, very, very deep. It's through the nose and is diaphragmatic. What I mean is this: we use our diaphragm, our main breathing muscle, sits right beneath our lungs, and when we breathe in, the diaphragm should come down. When we breathe out, the diaphragm should come up and expel all that air. Now, the deeper we breathe, the more we get oxygen into our capillary-rich beds of blood vessels down at the base of our lungs. The oxygen should reach all the way down there. That really oxygenates and brings life to our body. When we breathe in deep, so when that happens, my stomach should pop out as I breathe in and pop back in as I breathe out. If we're just chest breathing, that the oxygen does not reach our blood-rich, our capillary-rich bottom part of our lungs, and we're going to create more fight or flight. See, even as I'm talking on this video, it's a little nerve-wracking to do a video, but even as I'm implementing that breathing, I'm becoming more and more relaxed. It is so powerful. And there's a million breath exercises. My personal favorite is called box breathing. And all you have to do is breathe in to the count of 5 seconds. Hold your breath in for the count of 5 seconds. Breathe out for a count of 5 seconds. And hold out for a count of 5 seconds. Now, some, when they're first doing this, they can't do a whole 5 seconds. It's no big deal. So go 3 or 4 seconds, but try to increase it over time. So we're all gonna do this for a few rounds. So we're gonna sit up real straight, have our posture good. That allows our nervous system to be in a relaxed state, allows our maximum expansion of our lungs. We're gonna breathe in for a count of 5 seconds, hold in for a count of 5 seconds, breathe out for a count of 5 seconds, and hold out for a count of 5 seconds. Sit up real straight, shoulders back and down. Christine, participate with us. Breathe all the way out. So breathe in. Hold in for a count of 5 seconds. Breathe out. Hold out, count of 5 seconds. Breathe in. Let that stomach expand. Hold in for 5 seconds. Breathe out. Hold out. Breathe in. And as you keep going in that pattern, you may notice that you actually hear my breath. That's what in yoga they call ujjayi breathing, which means victory in Sanskrit. And it means that we're slightly constricting the back of our throat so that we actually hear our breath like you'd fog a mirror. So try that. Slight throat constriction, hold in. Breathe out. It really is as simple as that. And if you did that with me, you already feel more relaxed, as I do, even in the making of this video. Do that 3, 4, 5 times a day. We have these smartphones that we go to look at our social media and all these things that drive us further up that stress ladder. Have it remind you 3, 4, 5 times a day to do 2 or 3 minutes of box breathing. I promise it will do more for you during relaxation week than 20 trips to Hawaii. And I recommend that you go to Hawaii, but take a vacation, a staycation while you're at home every day with your own breath in your own nervous system. So I hope that helps. God bless you. Have an amazing day.